Hey guys, I'm Morthadon and we are back for Boruto episode 192. So, last episode was pretty good. I like the Kawaki seeing himself in the dog with like the stray dog as the title of the episode is pretty cool. And then Sumire seeing herself in Kawaki as well, and that good comparison of, seemingly Jigen turning Kawaki into a form of weapon, while that same thing happened to Sumire by her father, But we now have Kawaki is recaptured and everything, and he's going to be back in custody. Naruto is here. I liked how he addressed Kawaki and everything, so I'm very interested to seeing what happens, and are the cops going to get punished for just firing and putting Sumire at risk, just opening fire right next to her, on someone that was right next to her. Probably not, but we'll see. But anyways, guys, let's get started, shall we? All right, we're gonna start this episode in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, now. Right into the opening, okay. Doop-doop-a-doo. I did add some noise suppression. I've been mentioning it at the start of a lot of these videos. Let me know if you guys hear anything off or bad or about it. From the little bit of testing that I did, it sounded fine. But I think it's hard to do like a long test where I'd have to, listen to the whole thing and make sure everything's fine. But really, I should do it. But yeah, hopefully it'll nullify a lot of like the background humming and stuff like that, while my voice still comes through fine. So just let me know. Because I always sit here and like the water heater will go off, and I'll know you guys can hear it, but now the suppression should annihilate that, so I don't have to feel guilty about you guys listening to that extra humming. Something I should have had on a while ago. Do 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 do. Let's do it, baby. Past. Ooh, flashbacks. I do remember seeing like one frame of Kawaki as a kid, I think, of the preview. I didn't like pause it fast enough. We are traveling back. Look at that time lapse. Looks pretty good, doesn't it? Now, is time passing in the present, or is that us going back to a flashback? Okay. Flashback. Wonder how many years ago this was. It's really hard to tell in anime. Look at those eyes. It's a reflection, right? Like, you can see like the trees reflecting off his eyes. His eyes so full of life. What is that place? Probably one of Orochimaru's hideouts. Kidding, I don't know. Seems like somewhere Orochimaru would hang out. Making money cutting wood? Damn. Jeez. Is that liquor? Repel evil spirits. Yeah. Oh. A goldfish show. Interesting. Did they do anything else other than just look at them? Oh. A strange kid. His dad's an asshole. Ah, you former shinobi. Damn. What's with the smile? It's a cool visual, though. Still confused at why that guy smiled. Could he be like after his dad or something? Is he like pretending to be a traveling goldfish salesman? What a piece of shit. Jesus Christ, this dude. What if the goldfish guy is an outer for Kara? Wow. What a piece of shit. What if the goldfish guy like recruits for Kara? Didn't get any food. I wonder if he got breakfast at least. I don't know. Feel bad for this kid. There's barely anything there, is there? Oh no, and he's gonna get punished for it. Jeez. I'm guessing it's due to the recession? Hmm. Oh my god. He just can't win. You gonna run into some bullies too? Oh, and he still defends them. God damn it. Ah, damn. Okay, so this guy helps him out. Hmm. Interesting. What was the smile for? And now he's trying to get him to. Oh no. Yeah. They're gonna test the blood. And is it gonna be like compatible with whatever experiments they do? Hmm. So is the plague excuse a lie? Jeez. Were they testing blood to try to find people compatible? Or is it two unrelated things? Is this where he. Oh, he just throws him out. Oh, Jesus. Just throws him in a shed. Ah. God damn. Shit, guys. Whoa. Just the same kind of thing that the guy was talking about, saying he's trapped like the goldfish are. Okay, is this when he gets sold, maybe? That's Jigen. Yeah. How could he afford to keep up with that haircut? Sorry. God. This is just painful to watch. Like, I mean, I knew he had a tragic backstory, but jeez. God. Why does he hate his son so much? Look at all the alcohol I can buy and be a piece of shit with. He just takes off. See ya. I'm your father now, kid. Jeez. The, like, art in that shot was really nice. Terrifying, but, like, good, you know? The shadowing and everything. It's crazy. Yes, I have nothing evil in store for you. Oh my god. The high def mouth. Ah. I knew it had to mean something. I walked right by it. So is this... Oh, this is the way out of the village. Okay. Only tunnel. Hmm. Is it like a anxiety for leaving mixed with like going into a dark place like the room he got thrown into a lot kind of thing? Is that why he freaked out a little bit there? Jeez. Oh, the goldfish guy. This isn't gonna end well for goldfish guy. Oh, son of a bitch. Yeah. I mean, we saw that smile. I mean, in a way, oh, the goldfish again. Still showing that he's, still caged, essentially. Still stuck in a tank. But in a way, Jigen was upfront with what he wanted. He didn't try to trick him like the other guy did. Yeah, I'm sure. Probably withdrew from this life. Hmm. It's interesting. I'm so intrigued by Jigen. Oh, the goldfish. Some ominous symbolism there. Yeah, the freaking big old blood bag looking things. Is that the other kids that are his age? Hmm. Well, that's not a creepy face at all. Jeez. And he wakes up. He's heard that before, though. Alright. Damn. That was a good episode. Why did the father hate him so much? Like, obviously the father, they talked about the father going through war, right? And not being the same afterwards. And being a shinobi before. And becoming like a drunk after the war. And I understand all that, but usually there's like a reason. I mean, maybe it's just venting his own anger, Like, usually there's a reason when like a father hates the son. It's something where like the mother died during childbirth, so the father blames the son. Or but like I feel like he never said why, and at this point, I don't know that we're ever gonna find out what truly why the father hated him, and called him like all a hollow and empty and stuff like that. But yeah, damn, that's a tragic childhood. I will say that. I don't blame him for not trusting anyone. Excuse me. Alright, guys, that is going to be it for episode 192. I'm really excited for the next one because I think it's going to be Naruto talking to Kawaki, but I really did like this one. It did a good job of making us sympathize for Kawaki, even though, honestly, like, even though I love the episode, I will say that, like, this added some more context for what I already understood. Like we saw the father like drinking and not caring about his son, so we knew the father was like probably a drunk asshole, and sold his son, and that's essentially what we got here, but we got kind of like the context leading up to it. And I'm surprised we didn't get, like I was just saying, I'm surprised we didn't get why the father didn't like hated the son so much. You know, why he hated Kawaki so much. I don't know. But either way, um it's always sad when, you know, the father treats him like shit, makes him think everything is his own fault. So Kawaki doesn't actually hate his father. He just always says like, I'll try to do better, I'll try to do better. He thinks it's his fault, you know, and that's the saddest part. So when these kids come up and start talking shit about his dad, he's like, you know, don't make fun of my dad. He's a hero, you know? And it's really too bad. And, you know, we have that fucking goldfish guy who's a human trafficker. Makes sense. I was gonna say, like, I mean, sometimes there's some weird jobs that people do in anime and they seem to be successful at it, but like a traveling goldfish salesman with like this goldfish show that he tried to like entice Kawaki to go to, you know, seemed a little fishy. You like that? Um but of course he, you know, is a human trafficker on the side, and that's probably where he makes most of his money as he travels around under the guise of a goldfish salesman while finding, you know, kids and other people to just sell off. It's horrible. But and like tried to gain his trust and everything, manipulating this poor kid. But yeah, I mean, it was really sad seeing Kawaki, you know, going off, cutting this wood, taking it to sell it to some people in town, and he takes all of that money, every last cent that he earns, to go and buy his dad some liquor, only to be told when he gets home that it's not enough. And, you know, he was gonna get dinner that one night, but then the father found the flyer and was like, oh, well, no dinner, you know? So, I mean, he works his butt off, makes his money, spends all of it for his father, and then, you know, only to get told that he's useless, you know, yet, I mean, I guess, you know, if I'm gonna extrapolate anything from the father, I'm gonna say that he's, a lot of the times when people are doing this, they're venting their own frustrations about themselves on others. So my guess is that after the war, now that the war is done, he was like a shinobi. Maybe with the war being over, there wasn't as much need for shinobi, and he like lost his job, and now he, you know, maybe, or maybe it is like a PTSD kind of thing, and it caused him to not be able to hold a job. Either way, it seems like he's jobless, and Kawaki is the one making money. Although, if he doesn't work, then how are they getting like food and stuff? I wonder. You know, um, if Kawaki's spending every bit that he gets on liquor for his dad. So I don't know. I guess it just seems like it seemed like the father wasn't working. It seems like Kawaki was the one trying to bring in the money for the household, and maybe the father was like, maybe the father really deep down thought he was thought he himself was useless, and vented that frustration out on his kid by calling him useless. And it, you know, some people feel better by doing that kind of thing, you know. So, but it's terrible regardless, you know. I feel really bad for Kawaki, you know. And then he gets bought by this guy, and it's really interesting because I've always felt weird about Jigen ever since the beginning. Like, he talks so calmly, he doesn't typically get angry, and we have yet to see him do anything hostile, which is interesting. And they even made the choice here to have Kawaki leave the tunnel, and we followed Kawaki, left the tunnel, and we have no idea what he did to the guy in there. I can only assume he killed him, you know, or at least, you know, knocked him out and then just left. I imagine it's something like that. But, like, I don't know, just the nature of Jigen. I mean, I feel like we're gonna have a moment, probably the most evil thing we've seen from Jigen that I can recall, at least, is him walking into that building here. We saw those blood bag looking things, but they're obviously bigger, and I imagine that's the other children, and I'd say that's probably the most evil thing, is just thinking about those children being, up there experimented on and stuff like that. But other than that, we haven't really seen Jigen do anything evil. He's, Kawaki's answering questions, and he's answering questions back. He's offering to, buy him a gift and stuff like that. It seems like Jigen is a nice guy, yet we know that Kawaki... I mean, obviously the way they're setting up Jigen is that he's going to be evil, But from what we're shown, he hasn't shown, like, anything too evil yet. But we know that Kawaki is, like, terrified of him and wants to get as far away from him as possible. So there's something that happened from when he arrived at that place to present day that caused Kawaki to be, absolutely terrified of Jigen, And I know it's coming. I know we're eventually going to see something that just makes us despise Jigen. But for now, it's really interesting because I have these weird mixed feelings of, like, I don't really have a reason to hate Jigen yet, other than, like, the fact that it's an anime that is, clearly building him up to be a villain, so, and, I mean, I guess they have implied with, like, the test that Kara does, like, with, Garo? What was his name? I have it written down somewhere up here. Garo, yeah, I had it right. Saying, like, most of the people that go through that lose something, where he lost his arms and stuff like that. It's, obviously he's experimenting on people and causing them to either die or lose limbs and stuff like that. So, yeah, I mean, we definitely have a lot of implied bad guy stuff, but it's funny because I still, like, in a way, I really like Jigen. He, like, the way it almost seems like he cares for them. And like I said, in this episode, he was honest. He showed up, he said, I want to buy your son, and, bought him and left. It wasn't anything where he stole him. He didn't lie to try to manipulate Kawaki like the other guy did. And I think that was part of the reason why Kawaki ended up listening to Jigen in the end, was because, he saw this guy, the goldfish guy, who, lied to him and, betrayed him in a way, yet Jigen didn't do that, and I think that's what inspired that little bit of trust where, Kawaki was hesitant to do anything Jigen said until he, saw that and then said, like, go leave the tunnel and wait for me there. And he left the tunnel and waited for him there. He could have tried running if he wanted to, but he listened, and I think it was the honesty that helped, and it got me a little bit too, because I'm, like, a little bit on Jigen's side, like, especially in that situation. Like, I'd much rather, I mean, even though I don't know the full story, and maybe it would have been better if the other guy got Kawaki, but just Jigen's confidence and, the way he carries himself kind of won me over a little bit, where I was like, yeah, take out this asshole and leave with Kawaki. Good shit. And, like, I almost think that it's like a more homely environment than when he was staying with his dad, even though it's not what Kawaki wants. He would rather be with his dad. It almost seems like Jigen might treat him better than his dad did. But obviously, we don't know the full story yet. We're eventually going to get the full story on what happened to him and the experiments that were done on him and whatever makes Kawaki so afraid of Jigen at this point, So, I'm excited for more, guys. That's going to be it from me. Hopefully you enjoyed. Hit that subscribe button if you did. Check out my Patreon if you want to see a couple episodes early. I also have my Patreon exclusive tier where you can see all kinds of content before it gets released to YouTube. Thank you guys so much, and I will see you in my future reactions. Bye-bye.